good afternoon. Here I am in my garden and I am just so excited because I've just picked the harvest from one of my earth boxes. And my earth boxes are about this big and they can fit about 2 plants. I've been growing 2 tomato plants in this one box, and this is the harvest that I've just picked in one afternoon. And these are heirloom tomatoes. They're absolutely the most delicious tomatoes I've ever tasted in my life. 2 different plants, this kind which is mottled, different colors, very, very tasty. And then I've got a plant that has these sort of large cherry type tomatoes that are golden, and they are so sweet. And I was at the market earlier today, the grocery store, and looking at prices. And for heirloom, particularly heirloom, but regular organic tomatoes, they are really, really expensive. So by growing my own, I have saved a wad of cash. And I'm also assuring myself and my family an incredibly delicious fruit to eat all through the summer. And I do eat them all through the summer. I eat tomatoes. I don't eat them ever in the winter because I hate the taste of hothouse grown tomatoes. Summer, every single day. Most lunchtime, I just slice them up and I eat them with baby salad leaves or arugula. Now, when I'm buying my leaves or my arugula, I sometimes grow them, particularly arugula, but if I haven't actually got any right now because it's way too hot for them in Southern California. But what I try to do is avoid buying them in plastic containers like this. As many of you know, I'm on a complete and utter tear about plastic right now. And for the simple reason that it just doesn't go anywhere. And even if I get a container like this and think that I'm being very virtuous by throwing it in the recycling bin, well, it may get recycled, it might not get recycled, and there's only a finite amount of times that this piece of plastic can be recycled anyway, and then it'll be broken up into smaller and smaller particles, and basically it'll stay around on our planet, in our atmosphere forever and ever and ever. So I'm really trying to avoid plastic. A great idea is if in your local store they have bins where they have loose leaves, which are the best way to go because it's much less expensive, is take along your own. I have these mesh bags that I absolutely love, and I take them along and fill them up. And if you don't have any mesh bags, then try and hang on to some of those produce bags, the flimsy plastic kind that you get. Hang on to them, don't throw them away, because you can actually use them time and time again. Finally, what I also use to dress this whole affair, my beautiful heirloom tomatoes and whatever leaves I'm using, is a really good olive oil. And I eat so much olive oil because it's just, I think that it's so good for me. It's packed full of antioxidants. However, you have to be a bit careful with extra virgin olive oil. Here's the key, is I never cook with extra virgin olive oil because it's way too expensive. You actually want to cook with pure olive oil because pure olive oil has been heated at a higher temperature when it was processed, which means that it has a higher smoke point, so it's better for frying. Whereas this guy here, the good stuff, the extra virgin, you really want to keep for sprinkling on grilled vegetables or salads, and it's very expensive. Also, be a little bit mindful that extra virgin olive oil can be called that, but it might not be the real thing. It could have been cut with cheap hazelnut oil from Spain or Turkey. So if you're concerned and you really want to find out, go to their website and find out if they have some kind of certification. Really do your homework if you want the real thing. So that's pretty much it from me for this week about the garden. It really makes sense. It's obviously the earth-friendly way to go, to at least try growing something. And by the way, here we are almost in August and it's not too late. You've still got time to throw in a couple of tomato plants, I've just put in 2 or 3 zucchini plants, so very excited to be able to harvest those in the early fall. So have a fantastic week and see if you can just throw some plants in before it's too late.